Imagine walking into your new school on the very first day, heart pounding, palms sweaty, only to have a cup of boiling coffee thrown all over you while everyone laughs. That's exactly what happened to a shy, scholarship girl named Aria. But 2 minutes later, those same people stopped laughing, and the reason why? It changed the entire school forever. Stay with me till the end, because this story will make you believe that kindness always wins, even against cruelty and privilege. The grand gates of Ridgewood High gleamed in the morning sun. Expensive cars lined the driveway, sleek black Audis, shining BMWs, even a white convertible that looked like it came straight out of a magazine. Among those students who stepped out, dressed in designer jackets and sunglasses, there was one who owned every gaze. Ethan Reeves, the richest boy in the school. Ethan was everything Aria was not. Confident, handsome, and utterly untouchable. His family owned half the city, the Reeves real estate empire. Everyone wanted to be around him, to laugh at his jokes, to be part of his elite circle. Then there was Aria Wilson, a girl from the other side of town. Her mother worked as a nurse. Her father had passed away 3 years ago. Getting into Ridgewood High on a scholarship had been her dream come true. She wore a simple blue dress and a pair of worn-out sneakers, her books clutched tightly against her chest. She didn't care about fitting in. She only wanted to study hard, make her parents proud, and stay invisible. But fate had other plans. When she walked into the cafeteria that morning, her eyes darted around nervously, looking for a place to sit. She spotted an empty table near the window, away from the noisy crowd. She passed the coffee counter. She accidentally brushed shoulders with someone, Ethan Reeves himself. His steaming cup of cappuccino splashed slightly over his hand. He turned sharply, his sharp jaw tightening. "Watch where you're going," he snapped. "I'm sorry?" Aria stammered. "I didn't see you." But before she could finish, his friends started laughing. "Yo, Ethan, looks like the new girl tried to burn you," one of them joked. Ethan smirked. "Guess she wants attention." Aria shook her head quickly. "No, I swear. It was an accident." But Ethan, driven by the arrogance of never being told no, did something unthinkable. He tilted his half-full cup of hot coffee and poured it over her shirt. The sound of liquid splashing against fabric echoed in the stunned cafeteria. Aria gasped as the heat hit her chest and stomach. Her hands trembled as she clutched her wet shirt, eyes welling with tears. The room erupted in laughter. Ethan's friends clapped and whistled. Someone even recorded it. For a moment, Aria stood frozen. Her heart pounded so loudly she could barely breathe. The humiliation, the pain, it felt unbearable. But then 2 minutes later, everything changed. From across the cafeteria, a voice thundered, "What the hell did you just do?" The laughter died instantly. Heads turned. Standing near the entrance was Mr. Donovan, the school's principal. He had witnessed the entire thing through the glass wall of his office. Ethan froze. His smirk vanished. "My office! Now, Mr. Donovan's voice was sharp enough to slice through the tension. Students whispered nervously. Even Ethan's closest friends stepped back. Mr. Donovan then turned to Aria, his tone softening. "Miss Wilson, please go to the nurse's office. I'll handle this." For the first time, someone had stood up for her, and that moment changed everything. While the whispers spread through the corridors, Ethan's reputation began to crack. The video someone recorded had already been uploaded to social media. Within an hour, it had gone viral. Thousands of comments poured in, condemning Ethan, demanding justice. By the end of the day, his world had shifted. The boy who once had it all was suddenly despised by everyone. Sponsors pulled out of his father's school charity program. His image, his pride, was shattered. And Aria, though hurt and shaken, refused to let that incident define her. She walked back into class the next day, head held high, still wearing the same worn sneakers, but now with quiet strength glowing behind her eyes. Days passed. Ethan stopped showing up to school for a while. Rumors spread he was suspended, his father was furious, and Ridgewood High was under media pressure. When he finally returned, he was no longer the boy who strutted through the halls like a king. His shoulders were lower, his eyes tired. Students avoided him, whispers trailing behind. Aria, meanwhile, was thriving. Teachers praised her resilience. She became a quiet symbol of courage. The same students who had laughed that day now looked up to her with guilt and admiration. But one afternoon, fate crossed their paths again. It was raining heavily when Aria stayed late in the library finishing her homework. As she stepped outside, she saw someone standing near the bike rack. Ethan, drenched, his face pale. Aria, he said quietly. She hesitated. What do you want, Ethan? He looked down. To apologize. The sincerity in his tone caught her off guard. I was stupid, he continued. That day I thought it was funny. I thought power made me untouchable. But when I saw the video later, I didn't see a joke. I saw a monster. Aria didn't speak. She just watched him, the rain trickling down his face. I know saying sorry doesn't fix what I did, Ethan said softly, but I want to make it right. I've been volunteering at the city shelter. My dad made me do it at first, but I kept going. I met kids who don't even have shoes, Aria, and they still smile. There was a long silence between them. Finally, Aria sighed. Ethan, forgiveness doesn't erase the past, but it can change the future. Her words hit him deeper than anything else could have. Over the next few weeks, something unexpected happened. Ethan started helping organize charity drives at Ridgewood. Aria joined in too. Together, they rebuilt the school's culture from mockery to kindness. Students began looking up to Ethan again, not because he was rich or popular, but because he was human enough to change. Months later, at the annual assembly, the principal invited both Aria and Ethan on stage. Mr. Donovan smiled. Today, we honor two students who taught this school an unforgettable lesson, that real strength isn't in wealth or status. It's in compassion. As the hall filled with applause, Ethan glanced at Aria. Thank you for not giving up on humanity after what I did. She smiled softly. Thank you for proving that people can grow. The story of that coffee incident became a legend at Ridgewood High. Not for the cruelty it started with, but for the change it sparked. Because sometimes it takes just 2 minutes for laughter to turn into regret, and a lifetime for regret to turn into redemption. Never judge someone by their status or wealth. Respect is earned through kindness, not money. And when you make a mistake, own it, fix it, and grow from it. Because in the end, no one remembers what you had. They remember who you became.